Okay, well, this looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today I am transforming myself into Snow White, the OG princess from Disney. So if you want to learn how I got this makeup look to look pretty much, I'm scaring myself how similar I look to her right now. So if you want to find out how I got this makeup look, then keep on watching. Okay, so moving right into it, my face is already primed with the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post Shave Balm, and I've done all of my skincare. So I cleansed, toned, and moisturized, and the moisturizer that I'm now using is Celestial by Lush. Now I'm going to be going in with my Sonia Kashuk Perfecting Luminous Foundation. I do wish I had something a little bit more matte and less luminous, but I'm just going to go over with a mattifying powder to sort of take a little bit of that luminosity out of it. Just because the princesses have more natural skin. They don't really have what we in 2016 are doing, and that is adding more luminosity in, and especially since Snow White is one of the youngest princesses, she has just like very youthful skin, so I want it to look as much like skin as possible and less like foundation. Okay, so now going in with a lighter concealer. She has really pale skin, obviously, because her name is Snow White. But she is fairly highlighted in the usual places. So we're just gonna do a little bit of this. And then we're gonna bake to really brighten and set everything. And then I'm bringing this over my eyelids as well to help prime for my eyeshadow, but also to reduce the veins and the redness that I've got going on my eyelids, so that my eyeshadow doesn't have to work as hard. But if you have an eyeshadow primer, definitely use one. I don't at the moment, so this is the technique that I've been doing. Make sure that you have no lines under your eyes before baking, and today I'm going to be going in with the Mehron Color Set Powder. It's just a translucent powder. Anyone works really. I always recommend the City Color translucent powder because it's $5. And just taking my damp, it's not like wet, but a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to go in. Okay, so once you sufficiently look like you've dunked half your face in flour, you're in a good spot. So now while this is baking, I'm going to go ahead and go to my eyes because she has a very round face, so I don't think we're going to be contouring today. I think it's going to be strictly on blush placement. So we're going to move right along to the eyes. And Snow White, in certain angles of the movie, it does look like she is wearing makeup on her eyelids. It just looks like a plain brown, so we're going to play around with it and make it look a little bit more natural and like we're wearing makeup, but not quite so. I just streaked brown on my lid. I'm going to start with a base color that's just going to neutralize everything. You can use any eyeshadow, any color. I'm just going into my Carly Bybel BH Cosmetics palette and taking this matte shade right here. I do want it to be matte. I don't want it to be a shimmer. That's why I'm choosing this particular one. And even starting with the eyeshadows, we want to start changing the shape of my eye in particular. Snow White has very round eyes, like they literally just go whoop, and I have a more almond shaped eye, so by placing the product in a specific way, I'm going to be reshaping my eye, and then it's also going to come together with the eyeliner placement, really making sure that everything is coming together and literally changing the shape of my facial features. Okay, so once that's down, I'm going to go into my Anastasia contour kit. I'm going to use the brown tones out of here. So I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to do this because this is broken. So I'm going to be focusing mainly on these two colors. We're going to start in the crease, and this is where it becomes really crucial. So I'm literally just dragging it in a like a semicircle motion from my outer corner to right before my tear duct drops down. And when I blend this out, I'm not going to wing it out like I normally do, or like you normally would for makeup in 2016. We're really going to make sure that that product just stays right in the crease and is just blending upwards together or downwards at the same time. And then what I'm also going to be doing with this color, and then mainly with the darker color, I'm bringing up my crease a little bit, like where my crease arches. So I'm changing the shape of my crease. I'm mainly sticking, when I'm blending, to the windshield wiper motion, just going back and forth. And then if I am going to swirl, normally I would swirl out and make it go outwards, but if I'm going to swirl it, I'm going to swirl it inwards so that we're really focusing that product in to create that round eye. And now we're going to dip into that darker color just to deepen the crease even more, and just to help. This is just a shading thing to help with changing the eye shape. This isn't really for the depth of the tutorial. If you already have round eyes, congratulations, and you could really just stick to 2 eyeshadows. That's really all you need for this look. I'm just going to clean up and make sure that the product isn't really coming way too past my crease blending wise. But once I have it to where I want it, then it is time to move on to eyeliner. And she is one of those princesses where she has a very dark line. So it does kind of look like she's wearing eyeliner, which is helpful because we don't really have to hide it. So I'm going to be taking my Inglot gel liner, and I actually brought a new angled brush. Yay, exciting. So this is the Pro Angled Liner Eyeliner Brush by Sephora. It's number 22. And the reason I bought this one, and I'm really excited to use it, is it is a super dense, really packed in brush with a sharp angle on it. So it's going to be really easy to get all the way across my lid, and especially get into my inner corner, which is really important for this look because her liner comes way down into her inner corner. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this product on this brush. We'll see if I can get this on camera. So then there is the liner done for one eye, and I really tried to keep it as even a line as possible, so that we really keep that round eye effect and that it doesn't start going into an almond eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then we will pop on false lashes and then brush off this bake and get the rest of the face together. So I lied, since this bake is starting to get a little patchy, we are going to just take the bake off and then put the false lashes on. So I'm going to be taking this Clinique translucent powder. It's a mineral mattifying powder, and this is what I was talking about that's going to help sort of mattify the luminosity in my foundation. And I'm just going to take a very little bit on my brush to help brush away the bake. So my face has been set with powder, and we're just going to finish up the eyes. So the lashes I'm using today, I think these are the Demi Black. I'm not entirely sure, but they're just a little bit fluffier than the Demi Wispies, and they're a little bit fuller. The reason I'm picking these is because Snow White is one of the only princesses that she is shown having lashes. A lot of them is just kind of like their eyes, and then in photos they have like the 2 lashes drawn on, but her lashes are very prominent in a lot of her drawings. So I want to make sure that I'm picking a little bit of a fuller lash so that it's really, really prominent. And pairing with that, the mascara that I'm going to be choosing is the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara, because I've been noticing that with false lashes especially, this guy has been really great. I do want to pick up the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect and see how that one would compare to this. Where is my eyelash curler? That's what I'm looking for. Here we are. Okay. So we're just gonna speed right through this part. So we're gonna let those dry. We're gonna do our brows really quick because it's super simple. I'm going to take a black eyeshadow, and this just happens to be from a MAC palette that I have, but a matte black eyeshadow, anyone will do, doesn't matter. And we're gonna be taking an angled brush. I have this defined angled brush. This is Luxie 221 Flat Definer, so just any angled brush will do. And we're going to fill in our brows with this. And she doesn't really have anything too crazy. She actually has really thin eyebrows, and because I don't want to block out any part of my eyebrows because I feel like it's not going to look that great, I'm just going to fill in my natural brow, keeping it as thin as possible and really trying to remove some of this arch. I don't want it to be like a crazy defined brow. I want it to be more like a semicircle. So this helps like raising my brow and bringing the product over this way. If you did want to get those super like pencil thin brows, you could block out your eyebrows with glue, and like all the drag queens do, and then just draw them right on with a pencil or a pomade. That would probably work the best for that. Okay, moving on to blush. So Snow White has crazy, crazy cheeks. So I'm going to be going into my Morphe 9B blush palette, and I think I'll be able to find a color in here that'll suit what we're trying to do. Alright, I'm going to try this color here. Let me swatch it and just see if that's what we want. Yeah, I think that'll be a good color for this. She has a lot of blush. I'm a little scared for how this is going to go. And this blush is super, super pigmented. Like, I just dipped that in twice, and there's already crazy pigmentation. Okay, so let's see if I have a bunch of her pictures up next to me that I'm scrolling through, so let's see if we can find a good one. Okay, here we go. So, really concentrating it on the apples of the cheeks, because if I do go in and contour, it's going to be to round out anything. It's not going to be to define anything. She has a really round face, and a lot of it has to do with the blush application. So, really sticking it here. Oh yeah, this is the color. And then bringing it up the cheek, but really, really rosy. I already have pretty rosy cheeks already, especially on this side. I've been noticing a lot of redness. So the redness on this side is a lot more than this one, and I wish my whole face looked like this. So I'm going to try and just diffuse this side out a little bit with some of my powder. So we have some crazy blush happening, and then I'm just going to drag it down a little bit to blend it into my skin so that it does look like a blush, a flushing blush. I'm not going to make any decisions about changing my face shape until I put the lips on and see everything together, and then I'll make final touches. But before we do the lips, of course, we've got to go in with, can you guess what it is? White eyeliner, yeah! Snow White literally looks like she doesn't have a bottom eyeline, so this is going to help that tremendously. I was looking at characters in Disney World, and they actually tightline their waterline in black, which I was really surprised about, because while Snow White does have pretty small eyes, and you will achieve that with the black, she has really round ones, and she doesn't have a bottom line, like, at all. So I think a white eyeliner will help you achieve that look much better than putting black on your bottom. But that's just my opinion. That's whited out, and now it is time for the red lips. So I'm going to be using 2 products, maybe 3. I just found something in my drawer. When you're looking for something, it's probably right in front of your face. Okay, so first off, you want to make sure that your lips are nice and moisturized. So I'm looking for my lip balm. So now, Snow White does have a Cupid's bow, so I am going to be accenting mine, and I'm going to be starting off with the NYX Rouge red lip pencil. This is a retractable crayon, and you'll probably recognize this because I have used it in other videos. Okay, so once your lips are lined and filled in, then I'm going to go in with a lipstick. This is by Rimmel London. It's the Kate Moss one, and it's number 11. And if I'm having trouble with getting my line perfectly straight, I do like to go in with a brush just to make sure that I'm getting a crisp line all the way around. Okay, pro tip, how to make lipstick stay off your teeth. That should have taken away all the excess. Gross, I know. Just to give it a little bit more shine, because that Kate Moss lipstick is a little dark, I would suggest going with a little bit of a lighter lipstick. I'm going to take this Revlon, oh gosh, okay. It's Revlon Color Stay in Fire 018. And it's a lip gloss. And I'm going to just put this right in the center. Make it super crazy. Okay, so optional for this look, but what I did in my Anna tutorial, which I didn't talk about, was I took this Clinique Lid Smoothie. This lid smoothie is basically like an illuminator, and what it does is it comes out as like a little pump. Let me clean off the tip of it. It comes out this little pump, and it's a really pretty sheen. And I don't want to do it with my finger because I just put lip gloss on. So I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to put it right in the center. And my top lip. And blend it out. And you see how much shinier my lips are now? And that just makes it look more like a cartoon character. So if you're doing like cosplay or something like that, or like a birthday party maybe, then I would suggest popping something like that right in the center of your lips. That just makes it even brighter and more luminous. So we're gonna let this settle for a little bit. I'm gonna pop my wig on and let my camera cool down, and then we'll see how I'm feeling once the wig is on. Okay, so I'm actually very happy with how this came together. I don't think I even need to go in contouring or anything. I'm just gonna keep trying to diffuse this out because it's a little much over here where this side is the model side. But that is everything for the tutorial today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think it came out really well, and I'm happy with the choices that I made with the eyes and everything, and especially with the lips. I think everything is coming together very nicely. So if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know how you're feeling about the Disney Princess series, because I still have many more to film. There's There are a lot of princesses. And I'm going to be uploading them periodically throughout the summer and probably into September because I really just don't know when I'm going to be done. But that is all I have for you guys today. Please check the description box. My Twitter and my Instagram are going to be in there, as well as all the products that I mentioned. So if you have any questions, it'll probably be down in the description box, and I'll have links for everything as well. And if you want to know anything about the wig or anything, as always, just leave a comment, or you can tweet me or Instagram me any questions that you have whatsoever. Alright, that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye!